Well, politics is getting more expensive, and not just at the presidential level.
Zach Merchant with our 11 Alive political team and co-host of the Georgia Vote is digging into the data.
Well, this time of year, a lot of the focus, of course, is on who is running for president. And it's no secret how expensive these campaigns have become. But it doesn't stop there. We uncovered down-ballot races raking in serious cash.
It wasn't always like this.
No. It used to be, you talk about maybe tens of thousands for a really hot race.
But UGA political science professor Charles Bullock says those days are gone, at least if you're running in one of the state's more competitive districts. Spiro Amburn, a former Republican staffer who now works as a political strategist, agrees.
How much money has been raised in these races that you're watching?
The most that's ever been raised.
Candidates in just 8 state legislative races have collectively raised nearly $4.5 million in direct contributions alone this year, according to publicly filed campaign finance reports. The fundraising comes at a time when Republicans control both the state House and the state Senate, and the GOP is spending money to try to make sure that does not change.
They place a high premium on keeping that majority.
Meanwhile, Democrats have their eyes on a longer-term plan.
Is control of either chamber really up for grabs this year?
I don't believe that it is.
Democratic strategist Howard Franklin says if Democrats can flip some seats in this election, they'll have more leverage in the lawmaking process.
What often happens there is that there's spillover. So Democrats say, hey, we'll join you on this bill, but we want some relief on this other piece of legislation.
And the competitive fundraising may be a sign of more to come as both parties gear up for 2026, when the governor's mansion and a U.S. Senate seat will be up for grabs.
I think it may be just looking future. As I say, it's not going to change the overall makeup of either chamber, but it may be a fear on the part of Republicans that if Democrats do well this year, that gives them momentum then going into 2026.
That roughly $4.5 million figure, that was just direct contributions. It did not take into account outside political action committee fundraising, which of course will raise those totals even higher. One last thing to remember, the fundraising is not yet over. A new campaign finance reporting deadline begins tomorrow.